Good day, everyone. Drones are being designed for an array of warehousing applications, right from tracking the location of the inventory to mapping the warehouse towards finally working as a swarm robotic team with the ground robot for transporting inventory. Various applications have used drones as a part of them. Let us look at it in detail how warehousing drones are actually used and how they benefit the warehouses. Let's look at it in our upcoming slides. Warehouse 4.0 is the next wave of technology adoption by the supply chain industry driven by AI, IoT, digital twins, and commercial drones. The promise of Warehouse 4.0 is inventory counting that takes hours and days instead of weeks, zero safety and theft incidents, nearly 100% accuracy of inventory reconciliation, minimal downtime, predictive maintenance, and most importantly, intelligent automation at the heart of indoor warehousing operations. Drones can be successfully deployed to upgrade warehousing processes. A good example is the spatial aerial drones using optical sensors, which can help locate an item in the warehouse or scan the respective RFID tags at a distance of tens of meters. In larger warehouses, a drone system can be used to gauge inventory levels and transmit the data directly to the warehouse management system. This will facilitate the fast detection of individual items and prevent inventory mismatches. Unmanned warehouse drones may greatly improve warehouse operations, whether they are aerial or wheeled, from reaching difficult places, making use of inventory management using QR codes and RFID tags, as well as focusing on Internet of Things. They are a valuable tool and can work with a myriad of technologies. What are the applications that warehousing drones can be used for? The various applications that the drones can be used for in the warehouses are: first is inventory management, second is integrating the data, the ERP software, third is locating goods and parcels in large warehouse, and finally interfacing with a ground-based robot for transporting goods. Drones can be used to manage inventory as well as integrate the data from the drone with the ERP system, as well as locating the goods and parcels effectively in large warehouses, as well as interfacing with the ground robots. So, a lot of applications, and these applications are being continuously developed upon by a lot of drone startups or as industries, because that's where the warehousing is going towards. Let's look at some of the details also. The first part of it is the barcode or RFID scanning. So what happens is, for example, if a drone has to locate a particular parcel, usually parcels these days are either have a barcode on them or an RFID tags. And what happens is the drones can then be sent off to a particular location. For example, let's say you have to find a particular parcel in a particular area which is there. So you assign the drone to search in that area. And because of the presence of RFID scanners on board, or even using cameras, you can scan the barcodes or you can search the parcel, and you can keep on searching through the various parcels quickly because of the motion of the drone, and then find your most suitable parcel. So as you can see this entire process, the drone flies, it scans the barcode, and it avoids obstacles. All these things it takes care of in order to find the barcode, find the parcel that is required in the most efficient way and in the most least time. And the beauty of it is all this can be integrated with your ERP software. So as soon as the drone scans also, it is directly updated into your ERP software. Another good thing that we found out is when the drones are moving, one of the things that we found out is the navigation system becomes much more refined. So based on the path that the drone is taking every time, drone can learn based on that path. And if it has to now reach a point from A to B, which it has been taking a long path, it can also take a shorter path also. So that's some image processing or a navigation algorithm that we have developed so as to make sure that the drone reaches to a particular area faster when there are large warehouses. Drones are playing a central role in the intelligent automation of warehouse operations, given the ability to fly and hover autonomously, avoid obstacles, navigate indoors without GPS, plan precisely, and operate in fleets. In the area of inventory management, Drones can be used for the following tasks: inventory audit, cycle counting, item search, buffer stock maintenance, and stock taking. Stock taking is the physical verification of the quantity of items stored in the warehouses. Stock taking is often done manually or by the end of the official hour, where it takes a very long time to do this task. So one of the things that we were using drones for is inventory management in retail locations. So we had these retail location which was very long, and everyday laborers had to go through these entire stocks or entire inventory day in day out to find what is the inventory left. So what we did is we actually used drones to count the inventory and get a stock of this inventory and automatically update it into the ERP system using a cloud-based platform. So this is one of the most important use of drones in retail sector, especially when there is a lot of mandatory inventory being managed. So that's one of the places that we would definitely have students to explore, because based on the kind of retail stores and based on the kind of warehouses that are being there, this is one of the most hottest section that is going to come up in various drone startups and in drone industries. A ground robot swarm is something which is currently being done in a lot of institutions. So the basic idea is a drone is used to locate an parcel. As we discussed earlier, you can use a drone to locate a parcel, and the drone is armed with a claw, which it can pull the parcel. And what happens is, because the coordination between the drone and the ground robot, the parcel can be used to drop onto that ground robot. So the drone locates the parcel and picks it up and keeps it on the ground robot. The ground robot then can efficiently move it from one location to the other, even on the conveyor belt. So this is the kind of things that are being looked upon, where the drone and the ground robot, a robotic swarm, is being actively studied, because this is where the warehousing and various companies or various industries want to go to, where they have already an automated fleet of ground robots. They want to have it work with a drone-based system, so that both of these systems work together and do the work in the most efficient way possible. After going through the applications of drones in warehouses, let us understand how do we select a warehousing drone. The following factors we should keep in mind. First is the drone should be small and compact. So whenever we used to show a drone to any customer in a warehousing industry, the first thing he would ask is the size. They wouldn't want the size of the drone to be too huge, because if the size of the drone is too huge, it can either get stuck within the shelves, or when it is moving through the shelves or so, it becomes very big, so it can damage the nearby shelves. So they would want the drone to be small and compact. It should be less noise. So noise was one of the most important factors, that the drone should produce lesser noise, because there are people around also and it is a closed space. So it actually creates a lot of problems, because if there is a lot of noise, it creates a problem to the people as well as to the infrastructure over there. Lesser downdraft. The downdraft that is produced by the drones has to be as minimum as possible, because you don't want the entire dust or any of the things which is below the drone flying here and there. So you want a lesser downdraft. Next is easy maneuverability. Since the drone has to take a lot of turns and curves, the drone should be easy to maneuver in a warehouse environment. So maneuverability plays an important part once you have to go quickly to a particular location. So maneuverability is a very important thing. A camera payload. I would say you will need a decent camera which can at least scan the barcodes. So I would say you don't need a high 4K camera or so, but you will need a decent camera where you can look at where the drone is navigating along with scanning. So that's a very good important thing. Internal navigation system. So the navigation system is important, because usually the warehouses, inside the warehouses, it is a GPS denied environment. So you don't have access to your GPS readily, and it becomes very difficult. So what we had done is we had developed our own navigation system for navigating inside the warehouses. And nowadays, many of these flight controllers and many of these softwares also have a navigation system which you can use along with these warehousing drones. So the navigation system is very important if you want the drone, especially to move autonomously or reduce the time for movement from one place to another for the drone. And finally, I would say the drone would need a medium endurance, because the drone at least has to fly, go to the location to scan the parcel and come back. You don't want a drone where it is going only one way and then it's not able to come back. So it should have a medium decent endurance depending on the size of your warehouse, where the drone is at least able to go from one end to other and back so that it's able to perform the operations at this scale. So these are the criteria for selecting a warehousing drone. Do look at the warehousing drone which are already present in the market. So do have a look at it. Thank you very much.